We all know somebody who stayed way too long in his job, working for a bad company, and not only did it hinder his career, it also hurt his motivation. Nobody wants to be in a situation like this. So how do we prevent it? How do we protect ourselves from potentially bad companies to work for and find the right place to perform that fulfilling job of yours? Hello everybody, this is Ryan, and today's episode is about job smells. Welcome to my channel. Before we start, please click the subscribe button and the little bell right beside it. That will give you a notification when I put on a new video. As a junior developer, when you're looking for your first job, even for your second job actually, you might not know what to look for. You have to identify what's your red flags. Most likely during your job search, you're gonna have multiple hiring process, and hopefully you're gonna have the choice between 2 or 3 or more companies. Well, first of all, you have to identify and eliminate the bad apples. And for that, I have identified some red flags that are applicable to any junior developers. Number 1 is the homemade framework. No matter how good that homemade framework might be, the experience that you're going to accumulate in this company will not be translatable to another one. Recruiters are going to look at your resume and look how many years of experience do you have in such or such well-known framework. Keep in mind that's why companies use framework in the first place. They don't want to have to teach their developers every time a newcomer comes in about how they work, how their framework works. They want to use something standard. Red flag number 2 is having a job which consists of part developing, part anything else. When I graduated from school, a friend of mine had such a job. He was working part-time developer, part-time customer support. This didn't help him because he didn't have enough hour in the day to progress. He fell back on something that was less technical, therefore easier, and let his skills slide away. You should not take any job that involves part-time anything else, whether it's product management, whether it's sales, whether it's customer support, you name it. Whatever it is, if they offer you such a job, just say no thank you. See you next time. Red flag number 3, it's working with multiple programming language or working with a rare programming language. When you're starting out, there's so much to learn in each language that if you have to switch mentally, the toll of switching from a language to another is very high. When you're a junior, when you're switching from JavaScript to Ruby on Rails, it takes a toll mentally. And it takes time for you to focus back again on what's the syntax of this language, and it hinders your productivity. And the final red flag is the company type. You do not want to work for a non-tech company where you'll be the only developer or only in a team of 2. And you do not want that. You want an environment where you're going to be able to be surrounded with professionals and you're going to be able to improve your craft. It's important for you to define those red flags. I'm curious to know about your red flags. If you have identified some, put them in the comment down below. Next comes the yellow card. This means it's not the ideal kind of company you would be working for, but you're paying attention because something's interesting in there. Small agencies and app studios. If they offer you to work in a consistent technology environment with the same programming language every project, this might be interesting. Although, be careful. These type of companies have a very high workload, which is not a bad thing because you're going to be coding a lot, you're going to be learning a lot. But you have to pay attention of the team. You want some senior developers who are paying real attention to the code quality, because there's no point for you to be coding like a code monkey and doing it the wrong way. If during the interview process they're not talking about tests or continuous integration and continuous deployment, this might be some sort of a warning. In that case, don't hesitate to ask more questions about code quality. What does it mean to them? Ask them to give you examples of what's good practice, what's bad practices. And if you don't know if they answered right or not, just ping me, I'll tell you. Another thing to watch is the presence or not of a true tech leader or a senior software developer, or lead developer, call it whatever you want. But somebody who is the warden of the project, that will lead the project technically and will be able to teach you things, because that's the goal of your first job. If you get the proper work environment, you're going to be able to learn a lot and fast. You're going to get a tutor with whom you're going to get to spend hours every day and going to take your learnings to a whole new level. If you don't have that, be careful where you're stepping in. If you know somebody who's in this situation that you think should change jobs or is looking for a job as a software developer, tag him in the comments down below. If you have any question about your career, if you should change or not, or which job is good or not, hit me up on Twitter or on LinkedIn. I'll be glad to help you out. Thank you for watching. Until next time, stay hungry.